The real young master can choose who hears his thoughts, and I can alter what people hear. The real young master barely stepped through the door and immediately started showing off. I'm so nervous. Why is nobody talking? Do you guys not like me? I hit back with a quick mind swap, and his thoughts instantly flipped into brutal honesty. What a bunch of idiots. I'll set that fake up later. I need to steal every bit of love in this house. Mom heard all of that. Her outstretched hand froze midair, and her whole expression changed. Then right after, his two-faced thoughts kicked right back in. These years have been so rough, but just thinking about family kept me going. Finally coming home today, I'm so happy. Trying to play the victim card? Not on my watch. I flipped a switch, and his thoughts became, it's all Mu-chen's fault for stealing my identity, turning me into an orphan. He's a fraud. What gives him the right to go up against me? Hearing that, the Mu family's faces all dropped at once, brows furrowed tight. The fourth sister leaned over to the eldest and whispered, why is Mu Huai'an so full of himself? Wait, why isn't Chen Chen reacting? Can he not hear it? Second sister looked worried too. Chen Chen's too pure for this. He's no match. I'm scared Mu Huai'an will mess with Chen Chen, not while we're around. The eldest kept her eyes locked on Mu Huai'an and said, hey, remind third sis in the group chat. This brother of ours is not someone to mess with. We were all ready to make it up to him. Too bad he's two-faced. Sure, he's the real son, but I've been the favorite for years. Hearts don't just flip overnight. Mom tried to ease the tension by pulling her hands together. You two are both my babies. You better get along, you hear me? I sweetly squeezed Mu Huai'an's hand. Flashed my biggest smile. Don't worry, Mom. I never wanted to be away from my brother in the first place. Today is seriously the best day. Mu Huai'an was raging inside. What a faker! This whole family is nuts! I told them how much I suffered and nobody even cried for me? He stared at me, stunned, forcing out through gritted teeth. Yeah, I'll take good care of my little brother. Right then, a cold robotic voice echoed in Mu Huai'an's head. Host, it seems like this family favors the fake one more. Mu Huai'an laughed it off internally. Relax, it's only day one. With you on my side, you think I can't handle one little fraud? The system replied, he's the main character, not easy to deal with. Let's take our time. On the ride home in that luxury car, Mu Huai'an sat in the corner scheming. Little did he know, I caught every word between him and his system. Back at the house, the sisters pulled out their prepared gifts. A limited edition pen, a custom tie, and the latest tablet in the house. Gifts were given, but the vibe was so awkward you could cut it with a knife. All anyone managed was a stiff welcome home. Mu Huai'an pressed his lips together, dropped his head, playing the sad puppy to perfection. Mom sighed and slid over a card. Dad and I don't really know what you're into. There's 30 million in here, go get yourself something. Your third sister is still on set, she'll be back in a few days. Thank you, Mom and Dad. I've never seen this much money in my life. Mu Huai'an grabbed the card and immediately shot me a look, the bragging kind. Looking at that smug face, I wasn't even mad. I just picked up an elegant watch box and walked right over. I gave my wrist a little flick. The mechanical watch caught the light, gleaming cold and sharp. Big bro, open it up and see if you like it. I spent every last penny of my allowance picking this out for you. Mu Huai'an took the box with a grateful face. Thanks, Chen Chen. I love anything you give me. But the voice in his head was crystal clear. What a joke. System, swap this watch out for a fake, now. Let's see how you talk your way out of this one. The second the words left his mouth, he ripped the box open. What he didn't know, I heard every bit of that plan. In an instant, that finely crafted watch seemed to get hit by a curse and turned into a cheap plastic digital watch. Mu Huai'an looked at the fake, a smug smirk creeping across his face. Then instantly switched to victim mode, cradling the fake with red eyes. Dad, Mom, Sis. Is this really what my own brother got me? Inside, he was losing it. LMAO, this is exactly the proof I need. Mu-chan caught red-handed. Let's see you talk your way out of this. Everyone leaned in, and sure enough, it was a cheap knockoff. Dead silence. Mu Huai'an welled up, voice cracking with hurt shock. How could this happen? Little bro, did you grab the wrong one? Why would you give me a fake? Dad's brow furrowed, full of confusion. What's going on? But he didn't jump to blame me. I smirked to myself. Oh, we're playing pretend. I can do that too. Last life, you used this exact trick to play the saint. This life, I'm taking your playbook and leaving you with nothing. I let my face go pale, eyes going wide with disbelief. Voice trembling. No way. Mom and I bought this ourselves at the counter. 30 million. How could it possibly be fake? My eyes went red. I was almost in tears, and this watch is so rare. I opened it and checked with Mom right before we got out of the car. It was real. I had it in my hands the whole time. When would I have swapped it? That counter-strike was clean and deadly. Mom stepped forward, jaw dropped. That's right. In the car, Chen Chen and I both saw it when it was real. How did it change just like that? Mu Huai'an's smug look froze. He'd calculated everything, except that I dragged Mom along to buy the gift. And he never expected me to double-check before walking in. Damn it, the setup failed. But he steadied himself fast. It's fine, I've got the system. Who would ever think I'm the one who swapped it? I'm still the bigger victim here. Too bad he underestimated my place in this family. Big sis and second sis looked at me with full support. Chen Chen, relax. We believe you, no question. Then second sis shot Mu Huai'an a cold look. Not an ounce of sympathy, just pure hostility. Mu Huai'an still tried to fight back, putting on the waterworks. Sis, how can you not believe me? This really is a fake. Seeing the situation turn, Mu Huayan shifted straight into defense mode, tears on demand. He spread his hands wide, all innocent. I just got this here, on no chance to touch anything. Is my little brother just saying this because he doesn't want me here? Meanwhile, internally, he was screaming at the system. Brainwash them. Tell them how wronged I am. This is all Mu Chen's scheme. Make them feel sorry for me now. I stood under the light, a faint glow flickering at my fingertips, invisible to everyone else. A cold smirk crossed my lips. Dream on. Now let everyone hear exactly what's in your head. In an instant, the voice the whole family was hearing shifted. Looks like the setup failed. Couldn't pin the fake gift on him. But who would ever know I had a system helping me cheat? The swap happened in a flash, nobody can trace it. I'm still the innocent little victim. The Mu family's faces went through every color imaginable. They tried to hide the shock, but the disappointment in their eyes couldn't be masked. Mu Huayan was waiting to be comforted. Instead, he got Mom's icy voice. An, Chen would never do something like that. He's been looking forward to your return this whole time. Dad's face went darker than a thundercloud. He hated nothing more than family drama. Whatever you picked up out there, you don't get to talk about your own brother like that. Mu Huayan was completely lost. This isn't how it's supposed to go. I told the system to say I was the hurt one. Why is everyone siding with Mu Chen? Watching his perfectly performed confusion, I was absolutely living for this. Without the ability to alter thoughts, I wouldn't have been able to explain myself no matter what. Last life, I swallowed every injustice in silence, but this time, the tables have turned. The drama wrapped up fast, and the sisters followed Dad into the study with stone-cold faces. Probably to talk about that weird system. Mom was clearly exhausted, but she still took Mu Huayan to his new room. The best-lit room in the whole house. I'd been saving it for Mom and Dad, and it sat empty all this time. Now he gets it for free. Mom gave a few quick instructions and closed the door before dinner. Mu Huayan took one look at that massive luxury room and nearly jumped with excitement. What he didn't know, his reputation with this family had already hit rock bottom. At dinner, eyeing the full spread of home-cooked food, I got an idea. I cheerfully dragged Mu Huayan to sit right next to me. Mu Huayan exploded inside. What the heck, kid? I want to sit next to Mom. I rolled my eyes internally. Yeah, right. This seat sucks, and it's all yours. He bit down on his chopsticks, eyeing the braised pork and stir-fried veggies with clear disdain. This is what the top 4 families eat, just basic home cooking? I thought it'd be abalone and shark fin every meal. So lame. But the second Mom put food in his bowl, he flipped to full gratitude mode. Thank you, Mom. This is the best meal I've ever had in my life. I almost burst out laughing. That flip was so fast a Sichuan face change master would bow down. Dad watched his over-the-top act, let out a quiet sigh, and said with a loaded meaning, You really did have it rough out there. From now on, just say what you want. No need to be polite. Dad's tone was calm, but I could tell he was already losing faith in this son of his. The dinner table vibe was seriously off. Second sis kept piling food into my bowl to make sure I was okay. Chen, stop spacing out. Eat up, you look wiped. Watching me effortlessly soak up all the sisters' attention, Mu Huayan was green with envy. He frantically called out, System, tell them the sisters are playing favorites. Only caring about Mu Chen, I'm just a sad nobody that nobody loves. I casually chewed on a rib and snapped my fingers in my head. Oh, little Anne wants to play pitiful. Not happening. The next second, what the whole family heard was Mu Huayan's actual thoughts. What's so great about this garbage food? Piling his bowl like that, I might as well be feeding a pig. Can he even finish all that? Everyone's chopstick hands froze in unison, eyes shifting to Mu Huayan, head bowed, eyes red, looking like the most wronged person on the planet. The gap was insane, looking pitiful on the outside, while internally trashing the food and calling his brother a pig. Mom was clearly bothered, but held it together to keep the peace. She shot the sisters a look, added some asparagus, hesitated, then put it in Mu Huayan's bowl anyway. Anna, eat more. Whatever you want, just tell Mom. Right after, Mom ladled out a bowl of my favorite creamy pumpkin soup and handed it to me herself. Watching Mom walking on eggshells, third sis rolled her eyes and kept piling food onto my plate. After dinner, Dad wiped his mouth and dropped a bombshell. Anand, at the end of next month, we'll be holding a homecoming banquet. To officially introduce you to everyone, how does that sound? Mu Huayan's eyes lit up instantly. This was his shot at a comeback. Everyone would find out he's the real heir, and I'm just a fraud who stole his spot. He nodded eagerly. Thank you, Dad. I'll be ready.